Oh, pardon me. Was I in your way? It's for sale if you got the coin. That's your best offer? I suppose so. She's the one with the saddle. Not right now. You bought my last one. My pa used to say, there ain't no use worrying about the things you can't change. If it's my fate to be ended by a dragon, so be it. Meantime, I'll live my life the way I want to. Sometimes the difference between life and death is a swift steed.
Need a... I can take you to any of the hold capitals. It's an old city, I can tell you that. The Palace of the Kings is ancient. It's not the friendliest place for outsiders. The Dark Elves were all forced to live in a slum called the Grey Quarter. The Argonians can't even live inside the walls. They're all stuck out on the docks. Still, Candlehearth Hall's got decent food and cheap bunks. And you could do worse.
All right, then.
Horses, all day long. Do you have any idea how dull horses are? If the guards would listen to Viola, they'd have caught the butcher by now. I love my husband, but he can be a bit dull at times.
See why the Nords like Skyrim. This crisp air is wonderful for the lungs.
Staying safe, I hope? I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawl. I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow. You should unload some of that unwanted gear. Head over to Sadri's used wares. Talk to the elf. Got to thinking, maybe I'm the Dragonborn, and I just don't know it yet. What do you need? Watch the skies, traveler.
You hear the news? There's a dragon roosting up on Mount Anthor, to the northwest. You see those warriors from Hammerfell? They've got curved swords. Curved swords. The gods gave you two hands, and you use them both for your weapon. I can respect that.
What is it? Dragons?
What is it? I have to wonder. What does the Dragonborn do once he's summoned by the Greybeards? Can the Thuum be taught? Like any skill? I need to ask you to stop. That shouting is making people nervous. Good. Glad we straightened that out. Stay out of trouble, Imperium.
I own Hollyfrost Farm outside the city. It's honest work, if a bit dull. The cruel seas have been sailors for generations. In truth, I regret not following in the footsteps of my ancestors. If I make enough money from the farm, I'll buy myself a long ship to sail the rivers of Skyrim.
No lollygagging.
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
We haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight. You got ways of finding out what you really are.
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave? You've come to the wrong city, then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking, unworthy of one such as you. Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us, but Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Breakwater yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that one. Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying. All right then. All right then. Never. Never should have.
Name's Nils. I'm the cook up at Candlehearth Hall. Can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Gotta have the little bits, too. When I'm cutting wood, I pretend there's an Imperial soldier's head on the stove. Need something? Yes?
You one of those Skyrim for the Nords types? That's just what Ulfric wants you to think. If that's what you really believe, then you're a fool. Never had much patience for fools, myself. What do you want, milk drinker? Fair...
Can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Gotta have the little bits, too. When I'm cutting wood, I pretend there's an Imperial... Yes? Need something?
You one of those Skyrim for the Nords types? And you're right, at least as far as I'm concerned. Don't let Ulfric or some of these other short-sighted Nords bother you. Most of us are happy to welcome newcomers. Whenever a group of marauders attack a Nord village, Ulfric is the first to sound the horn and send the men. But a group of Dark Elf refugees gets ambushed, a group of Argonians or a Khajiit caravan, no troops, no investigation, nothing. There's a group of cutthroats out there right now that Ulfric doesn't lift a finger to bring to justice, as long as they don't threaten Nord land. That's a brave offer. I'd be happy to throw in my coin behind that. You deal with them. I'll make sure you get paid. Maybe this old soldier will throw in some lessons as well. Help the Dark Elves? Oh, you must have heard me talking to Malfir. The Dark Elves live in a run-down slum called the Grey Quarter. Ulfric's content to keep it that way. I guess they think I can open Ulfric's eyes to their plight and get him to lift a finger on their behalf. I'm trying, but Ulfric is set in his ways. For him, there's two kinds of people in this world. Nords and the folk beneath them. I killed a lot of High Elves in the Great War, and I didn't die. I guess that makes me a war hero. The Great War. There was nothing great about it. Thousands died on both sides. And where did it get us? Did we really save the Empire? Or did we just plant the seeds for Ulfric's uprising? And another war. Show those marauders what Windhelm justice tastes like. Away from me. May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people.
Safe journeys, sword brother.
I lost my twin sister a while back. Have you ever lost anyone close? My father says we need to just get on with our lives. Like it's that easy. Need something? Oh, did you need something?
The townsfolk call me captain because I used to be a sailor. If you're looking to pass the time, you can give Calixto a few septims and gawk at whatever oddity he's come across lately. If you're in need of goods, there's a market. If it's a soft bed and a hot meal you're after, there's Candlehearth Hall. There's an author named Adonato staying at the inn. He's published a few works of historical fiction. The clans Shattershield and Cruelsea see most of the gold that passes through the city. And obviously you have Ulfric, the Jarl and future High King. Oh, and that busybody Viola Giordano. She's got her nose in everyone's business, which I guess is one way of being prominent. There's an author, the clans, and obvious. Oh, and that busybody Viola. Terrible shame that. Seems we have a killer on the loose here in Windhelm. He's claimed 3 victims that I know of, though maybe there's more that haven't been found yet. All lovely ladies too. Let's hope the gods find that demon soon and introduce him to the headman's axe. Well, nothing. At least not anymore. Folk just call me that because of what I used to do. I was a sailor for many a year. I made my coin as a trader, and in time, I bought my own ship. When I retired here in Windhelm, most folk already knew me as Captain Lonelygale, and the name just stuck.
Fair winds and calm seas. That's an old
I
sailor's.
travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these days? Just got here from the Somerset Isles. Lots of opportunity in Skyrim. It was difficult at first. The Nords of this city are at best suspicious of outsiders. But in time, I made the right friends and proved myself useful enough that they don't give me trouble anymore. The Dark Elves are too proud and naive to understand the way things truly are, and so they continue to dwell in that slum. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Thank you for your custom.
I lost my twin sister a while back.
I've been a bit out of
Have you
sorts
ever
since,
lost anyone close?
since our
Townsfolk
daughter was
call me
taken
captain
from us.
because I used to be a sailor.
Not really sure what to do with myself anymore. I try not to think of her,
I lost
but
my family
sometimes the
years ago.
simplest thing will
Truth is,
remind me.
I don't really know what keeps me going.
Seeing a good tavern brawl might be just the thing to lift my spirits. What do you need?
No mother should have to bury her daughter. Need something? What do you want, Imperial?
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people.
I'd appreciate it if you don't bother my wife, Tova. She's still in mourning.
Tools you just can't live without.
Braun's one of the most savage fighters I've ever seen. Our little girl died recently. I've been shouldering my days with strong need, but nothing gives my Tova peace. I've been looking for an amulet of RK to remind my wife that our child is with the gods now, but I can't find one. Thank you. It's all in the swing. Let me show you. Got any ale or mead?
Be sure to stop by Sadri's used wares in the Great Court.
Huh?
I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these days? If you're looking to get a drink, Candlehurst Hall's got warm
Everything's fresh and delicious.
Need something? There's an old saying that it takes half a day just to dig a planting row in the cold, stony earth here. But what else can we do?
Your custom.
Eat rocks and ice? Until next time.
The Imperials think we need their laws.
Fresh fruit and vegetables for sale.
What? I never expected Ulfric to live up to his legend, but he does. Smithing isn't the most exciting thing for me, but we all have to lend a hand as best we can. If a Stormcloak uses one of my swords to strike down an Imperial soldier, then I've done my part to free our land. Every Nord should admire Ulfric. He fights for all of us. In fact, he's the reason I chose to learn the smithing trade. I want to make weapons and armor for the great Stormcloak army. A word of advice, don't buy discounted armor. I couldn't ask for a better teacher than Owengo. If you've need of weapons or armor, come back and see Owengo.
Everyone says Yorland Greymane is the best smith in Skyrim. I plan to change a few minds about that. Of course I am. What do I look like, a tavern wench? Don't let my words cut you too deep. I've just been working the forge too hard, trying to set this sword right. Jarl wants it to look like an ancient blade. High Queen Fridis ruled over Windhelm in the Second Era, and her sword was legendary. Getting the real sword would be even better than making a copy, but no one wants to risk getting it from its resting place. If you find that sword, traveler, I'd be grateful. I don't see these troubles as business. This is a labor of honor. To bring Ulfric his rightful glory, I would hammer 1,000 shields. Shore's bones. I might just have to. Every bit as sharp as what you'll find in Whiterun. I respect Yorland, but he has the good fortune to work the Skyforge. Something about the fires. Their steel just holds tighter. If that makes any sense. Every bit as sharp. If that makes any sense. Don't forget, you find Queen Fridis' sword, I'll reward you. Everyone says Yorland Greymane is the best smith in Skyrim. I plan to change it. It's metal hammered.
I'll be fine.
Master, you're far too old for this sort of journey. We don't know what's inside.
I can... just...
You see, you're not well. Have a seat, and I'll fetch you some tonic.
Now, if there was a tonic that could help me, I would have found it by now. I'm so close to the answer. Just a man's life work is all. I finally derived the location of the white phial, but this doting busybody won't let me get it. You would do that? It's good to know there are some people out there who are willing to help an old man. It's buried with its maker, Corral Mill, in a long-forsaken cave to the west of here. Corral Mill was a crafty one, even in death. You would need the skills of a master alchemist to reach his resting place. Luckily for you, I've already made the mixture. Here, take it. Please, don't dally. I've wasted enough time arguing with my useless assistant here. I've spent my entire life searching for it. It brought me all the way to these frozen reaches from the warm embrace of Somerset Isle. Entire years spent in libraries, seeking out tiny villages with local legends that contain but a whisper of a hint of the phial. I even named my shop after it, hoping that it might attract anyone who had heard of it. And now it's within my grasp. But the Eight, it seems, have chosen me for their amusement. For in my current condition, I'll never be able to lay my hands on it. A legendary bottle, forged in the days when Skyrim was just starting its turn to ice. A small container made of the magically infused snow that first fell on the throat of the world. It is said that the phial will replenish whatever fluid is placed inside of it. For an alchemist like myself, it is the most pure expression of my art. To create from nothingness is poetry. So, you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Why are you still standing around here? Go get me the phial, you fool!
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him. All right, then. I'll never have master. Oh dear. Darkwater Crossing needs medicines for its miners. I'll see about getting this order filled right away. Here, a few septims for you. All right. have a decent mind for potions, but I've also learned how to craft magical items. It doesn't matter what I believe. Norelian does. And it might be the only thing keeping him alive right now. Are you kidding? I came all the way from Cyrodiil just to work with him. He's not the best teacher, but just watching him, I've learned so much. Until next time.
May the 8th take a look. Hope to see you again soon. I don't appreciate loiterers, if that's what you're here to do. I hope you have coin to spend, and you're not just here to gawk at my goods. Why are you still standing around here? Go get me the file, you fool!
You know about Talos? He founded the Empire. Like anyone, a crisis will push them towards devotion. I've been seeing a lot of the Shatter Shields since they lost their daughter. Hilevi Cruelty comes in a lot, but I haven't seen her husband here in years. Ulfric prays for strength. I speak to Captain Lonelygale, but he doesn't spend much time here. Too busy. The Empire's elven puppet masters never cared much for the idea of a human becoming a divine, so the worship of Talos is outlawed. Skyrim doesn't take kindly to being told what to do. And to try and forget Talos, well, they may as well ordered us all to cut off our ears. Talos, who in life was known as Tiber Septim, united Tamriel and founded the Empire. He was rewarded for his deeds by being joined with the Divines in eternal glory, the only mortal to do so. We worship him that we might follow in his path. We can't literally join him in the heavens, but we may do our best to know them here on Nirn. Blessings of Arcade be upon you.
I own Holyfrost Farm outside the city.
We're the only temple in Skyrim that can openly worship Talos. Those awful Thalmor can't touch him. Like anyone, Hilevi Cruelty comes in a lot, but I haven't seen her husband here in years. Ulfric prays for strength. I speak to Captain Lonelygale, but he doesn't spend much time here. Too busy. Too few remember to honor the god of the dead. Do not be one
I
of
regret
those.
not following in the footsteps of my ancestors.
Everything's all right?
Working in Windhelm is great. I get to see Ulfric up close.
I'd be out there fighting the Imperials right now if it wasn't for my war wound. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Name's Nils. I'm the cook up at Candlehearth Hall. Can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Gotta have the little bits, too.
If it's a mercenary you're looking for, you found him. There's no stronger sword arm for hire in all Skyrim. If you change your mind, seek me out here.
I still can't believe Isabella's gone. She was such a helpful young lass. Now, more than ever, the world needs tales of heroism.
How could... You didn't hear it from me, but if you want a real drink, try the Corner Club in the Grey Quarter. Did you know that candle on the mantle hasn't gone out in over 100 years? Is there something I can do for you? Need something?
Get away from me. I'll find some way to finish my book.
Well, hello.
Not really sure what to do with myself anymore. I just miss her so much.
You a dark elf lover? Get out of our city, you filthy piece of trash.
This is an ode to Skyrim's truest sons and daughters, the Stormcloaks.
Don't like it? Too bad. This is our city. Ours! Don't think I can take it? 100 septims say I can punch you back where you came from. All right? Fists only. None of that magic stuff either. Let's go. Come on. Let's see what you're made of.
Drive that snow.
You ready to die? Today? Huh?
Drive that snow back to the ground.
that wasn't a fair swing. Yeah, here. Good to see you again, friend. Wouldn't surprise me. They've done nothing to help in the fight for Skyrim's freedom. Those Thalmor elves, too. I bet they're working together. Maybe I should round up some men and take us a few prisoners to interrogate. They're parasites. They're living in our city under our protection. But what do they do for us? Nothing. I know the High King invited them here, but he didn't ask me or anyone else first. Maybe he should have. Get out of my face.
How can Elda hate the Dark Elves when she knows so little about them? You didn't hear it from me, but if you want a real drink, try the Corner Club in the Grey Quarter.
Every night, I walk around the Grey Quarter and let them Greyskins know what I think of them. Get out of my face.
Did you
We're
know
the
that
only
Canton
temple in
Mantle hasn't
Skyrim
gone
that
out
can
in over
openly
100
worship
years?
Talos.
Or Nilsine has
Blessings
been...
of Arcade.
It's all in the swing. Let me show you.
Those awful
Please
Thalmor
forgive my
can't
mood.
touch us thanks to
I'm still
Ulfric.
coming to terms with my daughter's
Remember
death.
to honor the god of the dead. Do not be one of those.
Is there something I can do for you?
I own Hollifrost Farm outside the city.
Be on the lookout.
It's
the
honest
butcher
work
could
if
be
a bit
around any
dull.
corner. Captain Lonely Gale has been avoiding me. I just know it. After what happened to those other women, I'm worried about my own safety. Women murdered time and again, and all the guards care about is the war. Yeah? What?
The cruel seas have been sailors for generations. In truth, I
Horses.
regret not
All
following in
day
the
long.
footsteps of my ancestors.
Do you have any idea how dull horses are?
There's no glory in war. It's just something they tell soldiers so they'll risk their lives. Safe journeys, sword brother.
I'm a bard, trained at the Bard's College in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying. Sure. What can I do for you? You must be a Stormcloak through and through to request that one.
They call me a war hero.
This is
I'm
an
no
ode
hero.
to Skyrim's
I'm just a
truest
soldier
sons
who
and
didn't want
daughters,
to die.
the Stormcloaks.
Yeah?
Drink
What?
to our youth, to the days come and gone, where the age of oppression is now nearly done. We'll drive out the Empire from this land that we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. All hail to Ulfric, you are the High King. In your great honor we drink and we sing. We're the children of Skyrim and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies. But this land is ours and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams. All hail to Ulfric, you are the High King. In your great honor we drink and we sing.
Every night, I walk around the Grey Quarter. We ought to dig a big hole. Throw all them dark elves and Argonians. Let them tear each other to pieces. Get out of my face.
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be around any corner.
We're the only temple in Skyrim that can openly worship Talos.
This here's Candlehearth Hall. Great rooms upstairs, and there's a bed for rent on the ground floor. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Did you see the candle above the fire upstairs? It was lit 163 years ago, back when this building was the home of a grand warrior named Wundheim. When word came that he'd fallen, his son Durok lit the candle in his honor. Nobody knows why it still burns.
Blessings of Arcade be upon you.
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. Magic? Goodness, not here. Nothing dangerous like that. That's all kept to that college up in Winterhold. Better that than dealing with Ulfric's wizard like some do. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
How can Elda hate the Dark Elves when
Name's
she knows so little about them?
I'm the cook up at Candlehearth Hall.
Townsfolk
What do you
call me
need?
that,
Sure.
because I used to be
What can I do
insane.
for you? Yes. This one. Favorite of mine. A legend we all know and love. Our hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes. With a voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art. Believe, the Dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, the Dragonborn comes. For the darkness has passed, and the legend yet grows. You'll know the Dragonborn's come.
I lost my family years ago. Truth is, I don't really know what keeps me going.
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be around any corner.
Name's News. I'm the cook at the Candleheart Hall.
Now more than ever, the world needs tales of heroism.
Every night, we walk around the Grey Quarter and let them we ought to dig a big hole. Throw all them dark elves and Argonians in it. And let them tear each other to pieces. The only thing I hate worse than those scaled backs are them filthy grayskins. Get out of my
The
face.
guards would listen to Viola. They'd have caught the butcher by now. Spare a coin for an old woman, my lord.
Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. The divine smile on a charitable soul.
Then it's true, what everyone is saying. That Aventus Aretino is doing the Black Sacrament, trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood?
Oh, Grimvar. Always with the nonsense. No, of course not. Those are just tales.
Fine, then I'll invite him out to play. He lives right there. I'm going to knock on his door.
No, child. Wait! That boy, that house, they are cursed.
Ha! Then I'm right. I knew it. He's trying to have somebody killed.
All right, I won't deny it, child. What you heard is true. If Aventus Aretino walks a dark path, his actions can lead only to ruin. Now, enough. We will speak no more of this. I am the only friend you need. I try to keep Grimvar safe, but these are dangerous times. Yes, it is quite sad. A young boy, Aventus Aretino, lost his mother recently. He was sent to an orphanage. But he has returned home, and people have heard strange chanting. They say it's the Black Sacrament, the ritual to contact the Dark Brotherhood. Why a little boy would want to contact a group of murderers is beyond me. But he is inviting evil into this city. When Grimvar asks me why women are being killed around the city, I don't know what to say to him. Ever tried taking... And what might... Yes, Sarah?
No one bought any flowers again today. I don't know what to do. They're dead. My mama died when I was little. I don't remember her very well. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. One day he left and didn't come back. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do? Really? Do you have a place I could live? Oh, wow. Are you sure? You really wouldn't mind? Yay! Thanks, Mr. Papa, I promise I'll be the best daughter ever. I need to get my things and say goodbye to everyone. I'll meet you at home. Thanks. Thanks so much.
Horses, all day long. Do you have any idea? If the guards would listen to
Every night,
they'd have
I walk
caught
around
the
the Grey
butcher
Quarter
by
and
now.
let them Greyskins know what they
Spare a
think of
coin
them.
Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. It's so good to see you again.
Then it's true, what everyone is saying. That Aventus Aretino is doing the Black Sacrament, trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood?
Oh, Grimvar. Always with the nonsense. No, no, of course not. Those are just tales.
Fine, then I'll invite him out to play. He lives right there. I'm going to knock on his door.
No, child. Wait! That boy, that house, they are cursed.
Ha! Then I'm right. I knew it. He's trying to have somebody killed.
All right. I won't deny it, child. What you heard is true. Aventus Aretino walks a dark path. His actions can lead only to ruin. Now, enough. We will speak no more of this. I am the only friend you need.
All the Argonians at the docks are... Do you know my father? His name is Torsten Krulsey. He's really rich, because he owns a farm called Hollyfrost. He told me once that he wanted me to grow up and be a sailor, because that's where all our family names come from. But I don't want to be a sailor or a farmer. I want to be a warrior! The strongest one ever!
I try to keep Grimvas. Yes, it is quite sad. A young boy, Aventus Aretino, lost his mother recently and was sent to an orphanage. But he has returned home, and people have heard strange chanting. They say it's the Black Sacrament, the ritual to contact the Dark Brotherhood. Why a little boy would want to contact a group of murderers is beyond me. But he is inviting evil into this city. Safe travels. When Grimvar asks me why women are being killed around the city, I don't even know what to say to him. Ever tried taking care of children? Oh, it would be a nightmare.
No one bought any flowers again today. I don't know what to do. They're dead. My mama died when I was little. I don't remember her very well. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. One day he left and didn't come back. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do? My father... I'm all alone. Really? Do you have a place? Oh, wow. Are you sure? You really wouldn't mind? Yay! Thanks, Mr. Papa. I promise I'll be the best daughter ever. I need to get my things and say goodbye to everyone. I'll meet you at home. Thanks. Thanks so much.
Of course working for Pomfrey isn't my first choice. But what else can a Dunmer do out here? My sister and I both work for the Nords. Our brother is ashamed of us, but at least we can afford to eat. Yes, sirrah. Yes. Yes. Keep your hands to yourself.
Destruction magic's fine. Just don't go burning down any buildings.
need anything, come see me. I'm as resourceful as I am discreet. I'm a dark elf. You must be new around here. Or you'd know they don't let my kind live anywhere outside that slum.
Ever since that Imperial Craven ran me through from behind, I've had trouble breathing. I don't have any trouble drinking. I once killed 6 men single-handed while rescuing my brothers in arms from ambush by an Imperial patrol. I'm not too proud to admit that I need a bit of help from time to time. Yes? Yes?
And what might you need?
I have a lot of respect for Anvar's Frendar. His views are a little extreme.
I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind. I was wrong.
I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these days? If you're looking to get a drink, Candlehearth Hall's got warm fires and strong ale. Until
Grey
next time.
Quarter's not much to look at now, but it wasn't always so bad. The Corner Club's been filling up at night lately. I'll bet Elda up at Candlehearth is jealous.
Windhelm is divided into 4 quarters. The Grey Quarter is the one that's home to all the city's dark elves. If it looks to you like an impoverished slum, that's because it is. Ulfric prefers that we live in squalor. He has nothing but disdain for anyone who isn't a Nord. He tolerates us, but that's the extent of his hospitality. Not a day goes by that I don't think about returning to the ancestral home of my people. Still, even with the rough treatment we've had at the hands of Ulfric and his lot, I've got ties here. It's probably more trouble to pack up and leave than it is to stay. Besides, Amberus can't run the Corner Club on his own. It was a pleasure.
Watch it.
We might be poor, but is it really any better out there?
Speak quickly.
All my goods are legitimate, which is more than I can say for some. I like to share my good fortune with those who deserve it. Trader dropped by recently with some lovely pieces, if you'd like to have a look. Yes, yes, I haven't got all day.
If you're looking to get a drink, Candlehearth Hall's got warm fires and strong ale.
I trust you aren't considering any thievery.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Farm work is hard. It's good to relax when I can. But I still have to listen. Apparently, some Nord women were murdered. Not sure why I should care. Well, you see where we have to live. This forgotten alley. All the filth from the upper quarters flows downhill, like they say. Good luck getting one of the guards to help with anything. I tried to get Ulfric to even come down here to see the squalor, but the High Lord of his mightiness couldn't find the time. None of that matters to me. Until someone takes a Dunmer, I'll let Windhelm deal with its own problems. Where else would we be? When the Red Mountain burned, you could scarcely breathe in Morrowind, so we came west. Windhelm was the first city on that road, and here we are. If we had known the Nords would be so unwelcoming, we may have kept walking. The College of Winterhold is the only place in Skyrim open-minded enough to teach magic. Although Ulfric's court wizard has been known to take on apprentices once in a while. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. If you need another drink, I'll be right here.
If you're looking to get a drink, Candlehearth Hall's got warm fires and strong ale. Make it quick. Until next time.
I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind. I was wrong. It was a pleasure. The Grey Quarter's not much to look at now, but it wasn't always so bad. The Corner Club's been filling up at night lately. I'll bet Elda up at Candlehearth is jealous.
If you're looking to get a drink, Candlehearth Hall's got warm fires and strong ale.
Watch the skies, traveler.
Once killed 6 men single-handed. I'll rescue my brothers in arms. I'm not too proud to admit that I need a bit of help from time to time.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you.
If you need anything, come see me. I'm as resourceful as I am discreet.
All right, then.
Take care, friend.
Farm work is hard work. It's good to relax when I can, but I still have to listen to my brothers harping about injustices. Of course working for Bolfrida isn't my first choice. But what else? My sister and I both work for the Nords.
With 6 men, single-handed, I rescued my brothers in arms from them when Imperial control.
You're not supposed to be in here. Last warning. Leave now. Guards! Trespasser! That's close enough. Oh! You're not supposed to be in here.
Disrespect the law, and you disrespect me.
You're not welcome here. Every night, I walk around the Grey Quarter and let them Greyskins know what I think of them. We ought to dig a big hole. The only thing I hate worse than those scalebacks are them filthy Greyskins. The Grey Quarter's a disgrace. Them dark elves live like animals.
Get out of here!
See why we let them dark elves live inside the walls. We should kick them out like we did to the scalebacks.
Stay away from the Aretino residence. The place is cursed.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
not supposed to be here.
I'm a sailor on the Northwind. We're laying over in Windhelm.
You lost? If you're looking to get a drink, Candlehearth Hall's got warm fires and strong ale. Yes? I saw you steal that. If you're looking to get a drink, Candlehearth Hall's got warm fires and strong ale. If you're looking to get a drink, Candlehearth Hall's got warm fires
Still
and
here.
strong ale.
You go on ahead.
Speak quickly.
We heading out? Let's get going.
Speak quickly.
You're not supposed to be here. bit of privacy?
Apparently, some Nord women were murdered. Not sure why I should... Things have been a lot worse around here since Ulfric took over.
Still here. Lead on.
Not the cold of Skyrim that gets to me. It's the stink from the people.
You lost.
The best way for us to win the Nord's respect is through hard work. Too many Dark Elves in Windhelm complain about the way we're treated. What good does complaining do? I'm proud of my farm. It takes no small effort to grow crops in this part of Skyrim.
I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind. I was wrong. The Grey Quarter's not much to look. The Corner Club's been filling up at night lately.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions.
We might be poor, but is it really any better out there?
Have a look around. I buy and sell just about anything. All my goods are legitimate, which is more than I can say for some. Of course nothing in here is stolen. Only a careless, shameful, idiotic fetcher would do something as stupid as to buy pilfered goods. Oh, by Azura, I've made a terrible mistake. I bought a gold ring, and Viola Giordano has been missing a ring that looks just like it. It's not that easy. She'd go to the Jarl if she knew I was even remotely involved. You have to get it to her some other way. Look, it's dangerous. But if you sneak the ring into her house, put it in a dresser or something, I will make it worth your while. I've scraped this collection together by whatever means I could. I do some business with the trade caravans, and I've picked up a number of items from adventurers like yourself. A few intrepid souls even brought some items back from moenesca, the fort southwest of the city. I've scraped this collection together by... I do some business with the trade caravans, and I've picked up a few intrepid souls even brought some items back from... Sneak that... Take a look. Don't let Viola catch you in her house. Do come again.
I've got your back. What do you want me to carry? You lead, I'll follow.
Take a look. Now, if you'll excuse me. Take a look. Sneak that ring back to Viola before we both get caught. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Do come again. I'm always happy to see a customer, but I won't deal in stolen goods. That's trouble I don't need. Make yourself at home, please. Let me know if I can be of any assistance. Sneak that ring back to Viola before we both get caught. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Oh.
You're the one casts those illusions.
Frost? My sister and I once traveled the world to Think you can steal? My sister and I once traveled the world to assemble our collection. Such adventures we had. Welcome to the House of Curiosities. I offer a brief tour for a few coins, or you can simply browse at your leisure. Indeed I did. For a few septims, I'll tell you about some of the most interesting curiosities in my collection. Splendid! If you'll just follow me, I'll tell you tales and show you wonders such as you've never seen. These tools were found in a crypt outside Windhelm. They belonged to the ancient Nords who dwelt in Skyrim before the days of the First Empire. Most scholars believe that the Nords of old used these implements to prepare their dead for burial. What macabre mysteries would these tools reveal if they could but speak? Here is the Book of Fate, discovered in a secret room in the Arcane University. The writing in the book describes the destiny of its reader, so the words change from one person to the next. Some see only blank pages, and nobody knows why. Perhaps some of us are born with no destiny, or maybe the blank pages signify an imminent death. Ah, now here's an item out of legend. This is Ysgramor's soup spoon. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is no spoon, it's a fork. Nobody can eat soup with a fork. Well, my friend, you did not know Ysgramor. Don't let this innocent-looking flute fool you, for this is the dancer's pipe. Legend holds that the dancer's pipe has won wars, toppled empires, and changed the very course of history. None know its origins, but the stories say that men who hear its music are compelled to dance uncontrollably, no matter the peril. To activate this strange power, one must only speak the magic words, which are... Oh my! I very nearly got us both into a nasty predicament, didn't I? And with that, the tour is over. I thank you for your patronage, and I hope to see you again soon. My sister and I inherited a modest sum of money. We decided to travel and seek out whatever adventures we could find. As we journeyed across Tamriel, we encountered tales of exotic and wondrous artifacts. We decided to collect as many as we could. My sister passed away some years ago, so I settled down here and opened the House of Curiosities. I think she would be happy to know that our collection has brought smiles to faces both young and old. A most pleasant chat. Until the next. My sister and I once traveled the world to assemble our collection. Such adventures we had. I don't care much for the war, one way or the other. I bid you safe travels. It bothers me that fewer people come to Windhelm.
I need to get my things and say goodbye to everyone. I'll meet you at home. Thanks. Thanks so much.
You're not supposed to be in here. You're not supposed to be in here. You're not supposed to be in here. I'm right behind you. Let's get going then.
You see those warriors from Hammerfell? They've got curved swords. Curved swords.
Apparently, some Nord women were murdered. Things have been a lot worse around here since Ulf... It's not the cold of Skyrim that gets to me. Farm work is hard work. It's good to relax when I can, but I still have to listen to my brothers harping about injustices.
Good to see you again, friend. I once killed six. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Until next time.
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be around any corner. Be careful. That murderer could be
Keep your hands to
after what
yourself.
happened to those. Oh, really? So that dark elf took my ring? So typical of his kind. I think the Jarl should hear about this. Maybe double his taxes. No, triple them. That should teach those people a lesson. You deserve something for sniffing out that thief. Here. Good to see you. At least you know how to treat someone properly. Women murdered time and again. And all the guards care about is the war.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if something you need, you miserable wretch. Do come again. All my goods are legitimate, which is more than I can say for some. I like to share my good fortune with those who deserve it. Trader dropped by recently with some lovely pieces, if you'd like to have a look. Make it quick.
Oh.
I still can't believe Isabella's... Now, more than ever, the world needs to...
I'm a sailor on the North Wind. We're laying over
Every
in Windhelm
night,
for a while.
I walk around the Grey Quarter and let them greyskins know what I think of them.
How can Elda hate... You didn't hear it from me, but if you want a real drink, try the Corner Club in the Grey Quarter. Did you know that candle on the mantle hasn't gone out in over 100 years?
Mind you don't get fresh with Susanna. She plays the flirt, but it's just to get good tips. Enjoy your stay, and don't break nothing.
It's good to spend some time in solid land.
My job's simple enough. The dead don't really complain much.
I lost my twin sister a while back. Have you ever lost anyone close?
Luckily, Windhelm is cold, so the dead don't rot. Make it quick. Let's hear it. Hear my prayers, son of Akatosh, and grant peace to these departed souls.
The townsfolk call me captain because I used to be a sailor.
I've spent my life serving Talos. I don't plan to stop now, no matter what the Empire says. Talos created the Empire. You'd think they'd show him more respect. The way I see it, Ulfric's fighting a holy war. Someday all of Skyrim will worship Talos openly, as we do here. What do you want, Imperial?
We got a nickname for anyone who trifles with us guards here in Windhelm. Suicide.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman. Spare a coin. Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you. But it'll cost you.
What is it?
Smile on a
Dragons?
charitable soul.
Got to thinking, maybe I'm the Dragonborn.
Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. Grow on, you old crone. You'll get what you deserve. The Dark Brotherhood will see to that. Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. Die, Grillon, die! Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. Die, Grillon, die! Please, how long must I do this? I keep praying, Night Mother. Why won't you answer me? So very tired. So very tired. Grow on, you old crone. You'll get what you deserve. The Dark Brother will see to that. Please, how long must I do this? I keep praying, Night Mother. Why won't you answer me?
Finally! My prayers have been answered! It worked! I knew you'd come, I just knew it! I did the Black Sacrament over and over with the body and the things, and then you came, an assassin from the Dark Brotherhood. It took so long, so very long, but now that you're here, you can accept my contract. My mother, she died. I'm all alone now. So they sent me to that terrible orphanage in Riften, Honor Hall. The headmistress is an evil, cruel woman. They call her Grella the Kind, but she's not kind. She's terrible to all of us. So I ran away and came home and performed the Black Sacrament. Now you're here, and you could kill Grella the Kind. Sorry. To be honest, I'm kind of lonely here. As much as I hated getting sent to Honor Hall, I really miss my friends there. It's Honor Hall Orphanage in Riften. She got sick last winter when the snows came, and she never got better, not all year. One night, she fell asleep and never woke up. So now I'm all alone, and the Jarl said I have to go into Honor Hall Orphanage. It's not fair! I've never been more sure about anything in my entire life. Someone like Brola doesn't deserve to live one more day. She's a monster! I have a family heirloom you can have. Supposed to be sort of valuable. I hope that's all right. Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood. Finally! It worked! I did the Black Sacrament over and over. Of course you are! I prayed, and you came. My mother, she died. The headmistress is an evil, cruel woman. So I ran away and came home and performed the Black Sacrament. Now you're here, and you could kill Grelod the Kind! Grelod is... I have a family heirloom you can have. Supposed to be sort of valuable. I've never been more sure about anything, and she got sick last winter. So now I'm all alone, and the Jarl said I have to go into Honor Hall Orphanage. It's not fair! It's Honor Hall Orphanage in Riften. It's Honor Hall Orphanage in Riften.
After what happened to those other women,
I once
I'm
killed 6
worried
men
about my own
single-handedly.
safety.
This is the Hall of the Dead. Someday you'll end up here. My job's simple enough. Luckily, Windhelm is cold, so the dead don't rot as quickly. Sometimes the burial has to wait for the ground to thaw.
supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be in here. This is the last time I'll say it. Get out. Do you know my father? He's really important. He even talks to the Jarl sometimes. All the Argoni, his name is Torsten Krulsi. He's really rich. He told me once that but I don't want to be a sailor or a farmer. I want to be a warrior, the strongest one ever.
What's the hurry?
It's... Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
I once killed 6 men single-handed.
Be careful!
Working.
Windhelm is great. I get to see Ulfric up close.
Hey, watch it!
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. Have you taken care of that little problem? Thank you! Azura's prophecy always guides you to fortune. Speaking of fortune, here. Everything I earned from my last shipment. It's yours. Well, you've come to the right place. Do come again.
Farm work is hard work. It's good to relax when I can. But I still have to listen to my brothers harping about injustices.
The gods gave you two hands. And you used them both for your weapon. I respect it.
Spare a coin for poor old woman.
Won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
Then let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Godmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves.
I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan. I'm not sure you belong here, friend. I'm not sure you belong here, friend.
Only the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you? Is that so? Yes. You were with us at Helgen. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken. A fair point. Well, you've come to the right place then. Speak with Galmar. I'm always looking for able fighters. Not everyone can say they made it out of Helgen. Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays in the past, and you fight for me with honor and integrity, we'll welcome you into our ranks.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Speak with Galmar. He'll size you up and see where we can best use your talents. My father, the Great Bear of Eastmarch, died during my imprisonment after the Markarth incident. I, his only son, forced to deliver his eulogy via letter I had smuggled out of prison. Such is the love of Titus meat for his subjects. When finally set free, I returned to Windhelm and was greeted by a city in mourning, at one with my own grief and anger, clamoring in angry voices, calling out for justice, for war. They sat me on the throne of Ysgramor, the throne of my father. I only hope I can prove worthy of that honor. Not entirely true, though not entirely false either. Any Nord can learn the way of the voice by studying with the Greybeards, given enough ambition and dedication. My shouting Torg to the ground proved he had neither. However, it was my sword piercing his heart that killed him. My father, the Great Bear of Eastmarch, died during I, his only son, forced to deliver his... When finally set free, I clamoring in angry voice, the throne of Ysgramor, the throne of my father. I only hope not entirely true, though not entirely false either. Any Nord can learn the way of the voice by studying with the Greybeards. Given it, my shouting Torg to the ground proved he had neither. However, it was my sword piercing his heart that killed him. We're fighting because we're done bleeding for an empire that won't bleed for us. Untold numbers of Nords died defending the empire against the Dominion. And for what? Skyrim being sold to the Thalmor so the Emperor could keep his throne. We're fighting because our own Jarls, once strong, wise men, have become fearful and blind to the people's suffering. We're fighting because Skyrim needs heroes, and there's no one else but us. I killed Torg to prove our wretched condition. How is the High King supposed to be the defender of Skyrim if he can't even defend himself? Indeed, Elisif has become Jarl of Solitude. Historically and conveniently home of the High King, backed by Imperial interests. But the Moot has not yet met to name her High Queen. And they won't. Not as long as I have any say in it. There hasn't been a true High King in Skyrim for generations. For too long, he's been hand-picked by the Emperor and given emphatic nods by milk-drinking Jarls addicted to Imperial coin. It's time we had a real High King, one of our own making. It means you have the dragon blood. You have an inborn ability to use your voice the way dragons do. The old tales tell of dragonborn heroes who slew dragons and took their power. It seems those tales are true, with the dragons returning, and now dragonborn appearing. Maybe the Greybeards know what it all means. I know more than most. I trained with the Greybeards at High Hrothgar when I was a boy. The Way of the Voice is an ancient, spiritual form of magic in which you project your vital essence into a thume, or shout. Most people would need to train for years before they could even attempt a single shout. The Dragonborn is different. You have an inborn ability to shout, the same way dragons are said to. They live in seclusion near the top of the throat of the world, the great mountain of Skyrim. They're masters of the Way of the Voice, of shouting. It's a great honor for them to summon you. They speak to very few. In fact, they hardly speak at all. I studied with them when I was young. They taught me how to shout. Yes, they chose me when I was just a lad. It was a great honor, of course. I was to become a Greybeard myself. I spent almost 10 years at High Hrothgar, learning the Way of the Voice. Then the Great War came. I couldn't stand missing it. I often think about High Hrothgar. It's very disconnected from the troubles down here. But that's why I couldn't stay, and why I couldn't go back. I suppose the Greybeards care about Skyrim's troubles, in their way. But I needed to do something about it. I'm sure Arngir would call it one of my failings. Yes, the oldest and most powerful, although he may not seem so. I doubt he's forgiven me for leaving. And for, well, for what he'd consider blasphemy. Using shouts for anything but worship of Kinnereth. You're Dragonborn. The rules don't apply to you. You can shout the way dragons do, without training, through inborn instinct. They always hope to teach the Dragonborn to respect the Way of the Voice as they do. They never fully succeed. You'll have to make your own decision. It's a beautiful philosophy, but outside the seclusion of High Hrothgar, I was never able to hold to it. They live in seclusion. They're not. It's a great honor for them to summon you. Yes. They chose me when I was I spent almost 10. I often think about how. I suppose the great. I'm sure Arngir would call it one of my failings. Yes. I doubt he's forgiven me for leaving. And for, well, for what he'd consider blasphemy. Using shouts for anything but worship of Kinnereth. You're Dragonborn. The rules don't apply. They always hope to teach the Dragonborn to respect the Way of the Voice as they do. They never fully succeed. You'll have to make your own decision. It's a beautiful philosophy, but outside the seclusion of High Hrothgar. Yes, I spent almost... I'm sure Arngir would call it one of my failings. Yes, although I rarely use my training. The Greybeards believe the voice should be used only for worship of Kinnereth. I have fallen from their strict teaching. But I still don't feel it should be used lightly. Not all of Arngir's lecturing was wasted, it seems. You'll have to make your own decision. Yes, I'm sure Angir would call it one of my... Yes. I doubt he's forgiven me for leaving. Yes, I have fallen from their street. Yes. I doubt he's forgiven me for leaving. You'll have to make your own decision. I'm not sure why Tullius is wasting his time trying to take Winterhold from us. But if he wants to throw his men away, I'll gladly accept that gift. The Empire's ravenous hunger for Skyrim silver makes them fierce. But rest assured, we'll win the Reach and wrest it from their greedy paws. Be careful out there.
Helgen, huh? Ulfric told us quite the story. If you made it through all that, you're likely worth something to me. Yeah, but first, tell me, why does a foreigner want to fight for Skyrim? Watch yourself out there.
Yes? Make it quick. I'm a busy man.
Helgen, huh? Ulfric told us quite the story. If you made it through all that, you're likely worth something to me. Yeah, but first, tell me, why does a foreigner want to fight for Skyrim? Can't fault anyone for that. As long as you hate the Empire as much as I do, that I can work with. Battle reveals who a man really is. Remember that.
Yes? Make it quick. I'm a busy man. 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 Yes? Make it quick. I'm a busy man.
Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land. For Ulfric? Well, nothing official. Known him for years. He seems to value my thoughts, and I'm grateful for that. I don't really have a mind for war, and I think he likes having an untrained opinion from time to time. Grew up here. Cold as at Mora, but that just grows the beard thicker. Lot of history in these walls. We're trying to make some more. It's a lucky time to be alive. Travel safely. It's dangerous.
Helgen, huh? Ulfric told us quite the story. If you made it through all that, you're likely worth something to me. Yeah, but first, tell me, why's a foreigner want to fight for Skyrim? Watch yourself out there. Helgen, huh? Ulfric told us quite the story. If you made it through all that, you're likely worth something to me. Yeah, but first, tell me, why's a foreigner want to fight for Skyrim? Fair enough, but are you willing to die for your home? You mistake me. I'm not saying no. We're not looking for sellswords. The Stormcloaks need dedicated men and women who are devoted to the cause and willing to die for it. All right. But before I can put you to use, I need to know how much you can take. The kind men I'm sending you to Serpentstone Island. If you survive, you pass. If you die, it's where men have tested. There's a strange rock formation built by the ancients. Something about that place attracts. You kill an ice wraith out there, and I'll have all the proof I need about you. Only the ones I'm not sure about. This will prove your abilities, but more importantly, it will prove your commitment. When you kill that ice wraith, then we'll talk about you becoming a Stormcloak. What? We've got nothing to talk about until you come back from Serpentstone Isle.
Think you might be in the wrong place, friend.